Yeah, and not cut. Okay, can I get fucking dope? Okay, let's start. So for today's lesson, we're going to talk about the difference in pairs. So I chose NAS 100 and gold as our two examples. And now we're on the NAS 100 chart. So what I saw between these two instruments is that NAS 100 moves during the New York session, while gold moves during the London session. So with that being said, you can't trade the two during the same chart. So, but the strategy is still the same, just different time zones. Like if you want an entry on Nasdaq, you have to wait until New York session, and then if you want an entry on gold, you have to wait until London session, which is between 9 and 2 p.m. and then 2 to 10 o'clock, which is pretty much the whole day, starting from 2 o'clock. So I have an indicator that tells time. So let's check the settings if it's correct. Okay, so I've ticked on the New York session, which is between 2 until 10. And then I've also marked the history so that we can see the previous data. Okay, let's try to see how the structure was moving before we apply our indicator. Let's check the structure first. Okay. Start from like this page down, then it starts to pay down to this page. Nice. Okay, this is our change of character. And then here we mark our breadth of structure. So this is our break of structure. And then we keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Let's mark our next break of structure. It is also our break of structure. And then we keep the process going. But for now, let's just stop here and see if what we're saying is correct. Let's put our fib as usual. What is the high of this thing? Okay, our fib has been applied from our higher high to our higher low since we're on an uptrend. And then we go to the 1 hour. Whoa, okay, here we are. That's our high. And we have our endorsement right here. We have our endorsement right here. And then Let's mark our investment. And then we also have our order block right here. So right now we don't care much about the structure. We're just trying to see if we're right about Nasdaq using New York session as its time for entry. So let's go ahead and open our indicator. So like I said, like I said, and then we target our high. And this process just keeps repeating and just keeps repeating and repeating and repeating. For Nasdaq, we use New York session instead of London, but for gold, it's always London session. So on this video, I want why is my hand hurting so much? Damn. Okay, let's remove our feed so that we can see. So like every time you get an intro on Nasdaq, it must always be the New York session. Like every time. Every time. So I was just showing you an example of what I was saying, but we can keep on back testing because there are still some of you who aren't familiar with the strategy yet. So, like we said, for the new ones that just joined, so we're looking at Nasdaq and we only trade Nasdaq during New York session. That's when our strategy works the most, which is between 2 to 10. And then comes to gold, you already know this, but I'm saying it. Just gonna go ahead and say it anyway. We trade this during the London session, which is between 9 until 2. So let's go ahead and just continue doing this. Let's start from the 4 hour. Because some of you all just choose your own time frames. Like it's risky that way. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but it's risky. So let's just go ahead and mark our change of characters, break of structures, and see if the strategy really works on the new session or not. Okay, let's say this is our change of character, right? And then here we have our break of structure. Here we have our break of structure. And then we'll move on to another break of structure. Let's go. So yes, this is our break of structure. And then we'll move to another break of structure. And in order for this strategy to work at its best, you must only trade it during Tuesday to Thursday. That's when this strategy is at peak. Tuesday to Thursday. That's when you're going to make a lot of money. It works on Monday and Friday as well, but I don't recommend it because normally I don't trade Mondays and Fridays like now. I only trade on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And that's when I know Korea. I'm not going to lose any trades. Okay. Let's go ahead and apply our Fibonacci retracement again before we put our, okay, this is our low right here. This is the low that created this high. And our change of character is there. So this is our discount zone and we are on an uptrend movement. Then let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, here we are on the 1 hour time frame. And then let me fix this. Okay, here we go. And then as our discount, we have our imbalance right here. And then let's mark our imbalance. Then we get our order block right here. So I'm trying to show you that this strategy doesn't only work on Bitcoin and gold. Like, nah, it works on everything if you apply it correctly. And you have to know like the pair that you're trading. Otherwise, you're still going to lose regardless. So this will be our entry. And then stop loss lower low. Okay, let's target our high and see what happens. It didn't hit TP right here. I don't think it did. Yeah, I didn't hit it right there. So it means, oh, let me check this first. Yeah, it didn't. So meaning you were supposed to hold this trade for like 2 days in order to hit like your TP. Like I said, it works at its best when it's during Tuesday to Thursday. So keep that in mind and we're gonna check if it's true or not. I don't wanna just like speak things like just in jail. And then we'll have our, let's go to the 4 hour and confirm our next break of structure before we use our, let's go and confirm. Okay, our break of structure is visible from the 4 hour, which means let's put our fib. This is the low that created the following break of structure. So that's how normally the chart would look. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's go. So this one is really simple. We have our imbalance right here. This one is very simple. We only have one imbalance, so no need to confuse yourself. So we mark our imbalance right here, and then below it we have our order block. Okay, let's mark out our order block. Let's mark up. Okay, there we go. This is our order block. And then remember, stop loss always at the low. And then our TP right there at the newly formed higher high. And then we hit our second take profit. Okay, let me just fix this real quick. We hit our second, and then we also marked this break of structure, meaning it's visible from the 4 hour. Otherwise, it isn't valid. And then for some reason, oh, there isn't even a favorite gap or another block for this one. So let's confirm the days that I was talking about. I said Tuesday to Thursday. So this is Monday, and this will be a Monday entry. And then Tuesday still comes back to the entry, meaning you can still catch this on Tuesday. And then you hit your TP, and then we'll move on to the following day, which is Wednesday. And then you still get your entry, and then it goes on to Thursday. This is also an entry if you use the 1 hour time frame. And then you move on to the next day, which is Friday, where we didn't get the entry. Like I said, Friday and Monday aren't very reliable. So normally you should trade from Tuesday to Thursday. Okay, let's bring back our indicator to tell if we were trading the New York session. We got the first entry right here, which is the also during the New York session. And Tuesday is still the same thing, New York session. Wednesday is still the same thing. The trade was on New York session. And also this one, let's break down this one. It's the continuation trade, which is this will be your change of character. This will be a change of character, and this will be I'm working up, and this will be our endorsement. Developer. This will be our endorsement, meaning you can still enter on Thursday. The market still gave you an entry. Therefore, using this candlestick as your stop loss, and yeah, normally Tuesday to Thursday are very reliable compared to the other days. So all trades were caught during the week, like from Tuesday to Thursday. Monday trades are unreliable. For example, this one came back to entry. Just imagine. So normally you should start trading from Tuesday until Thursday. Now I feel like a broken record. I'm repeating the same thing. And then where's that table that I said? Let's go back to the 4 hour. Okay, this is our table. So everything that I said is written right here, so you don't have to try your best to memorize it. You can just go ahead and look at this. Plus, I'm recording the video, so you don't have to worry. Like I said, Nasdaq is best traded during the New York session, which is during 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And then gold's best traded during the London session, which is during 9 o'clock until 2 o'clock. So I think for today, this is where we'll stop, unless if you have questions, because like we still have a lot of time, I think. We still have a lot of time, so I think let's go ahead and backtest one last time. So we'll continue. Okay, here we have a change of character, right? Here we have a change of character. And then this is our change of character. And here we've got our breakout structure. We have our breakout structure. Let's mark our change of character as well. Okay. Let's remember that. And then let's go to the 1 hour to confirm our theory. Okay, this is our breakup structure. Let me just fix it real quick. And then, okay, we have our breakup structure. Let's put our Fibonacci as usual. Okay, now we know where our imbalance and order block are. So we mark out our imbalance, and then let's go ahead and mark our order block. Like the strategy doesn't change, like ever. Just repeat the same process, keep it simple every day, like nothing ever changes. The market just repeats the same thing daily. I know you just have to know what to do when it repeats that very same thing daily. Okay. This will be our TP normally. And then this is a bearish trade. We take our sell trade right here. And then this is our TP. This is our TP. But unlike gold, Nasdaq is different. Even during events, like events normally just go your way. Unlike gold, with gold, avoid events. Avoid events if possible when you're trading gold. But if you're trading Nasdaq, it's just easy. Like wherever, if you were in a trade during that event, you'll just hit your TP faster. Like just goes the original direction that it was going. It doesn't change direction. So gold literally just changes direction, especially on Fridays. So on Nasdaq, you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. And I even forgot to mark up our. This is your endorsement, by the way. This is your endorsement, by the way. This is your endorsement, making this entry high probability. So let's check, as I was saying, did it come during New York session or not? It did. It did. Like I told you, like Nasdaq only traded during New York session, and then gold always traded during London session. So with that being said, I think we're gonna cut this session right here. I think we're done for now. I think we're done. So that's all for today. And then, yeah, we're done for now.